in the past, the team he has taken to the finals, a team that is the defending champions, the Puneri Paltan. Will he make those 3 points against that raiding attack?
He should. Why do I say so? Because challenges don't deter him, they invigorate him. And when you speak about Fazal Atrachali, it is not just about the player. It is about the softest tone with the loudest message. Fazal Atrachali and his favorite currency of relationship building is polite demeanor. He understands the values of words. He will never be yelling at a player. He's a commander. He's an elder brother. He is sometimes the coach. He's the captain. He's a man to fall back upon. He is the hand holder, the nerve calmer, the problem solver, the path shower.
Beautiful.
He's Fazal Atrachali.
So you know why that game is going to be intense. Now, game number 2 will be just as intense because it features two teams who are desperately looking for a win.
Yeah, talk about the Bengal Bulls. 4 games, no win. Coach has been very harsh on the players. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that later. Up against the Bengal Delhi, who has something to cheer about, and they'll be missing Naveen is what we believe because he's injured. Ashu's responsibility will be far, far greater. And Ashu also loves challenges. And I always believe that whenever we speak about Ashu, if you have an able man, he'll bring you out of tough situations, whatever it is.
What an incredible team, man.
Yeah. Team. And I think the best, I mean, there are players who are more talented than him.
Yeah.
There are players who are quicker than him.
Yeah.
But there's no one more intelligent than him. It is not what you have. It is what you do with what you have. And nobody handles pressure better than he does.
All right, to understand what Padamjit Sherawat is saying, you need to take a look at this.
Not too nice to see Naveen down on the mat.
पिछली बार नवीन को चोट लगने के बाद आंसू ने सारी जिम्मेदारी ली और बखूबी उनको निभाया भी आंसू ने।
बहुत ही ज़्यादा अलग नज़र आया आंसू जो पिछले सीज़न है, शायद कोई भी इतना अच्छा नहीं कर पाया होगा जो अकेला इतनी टीम को लेके आगे गया है। वो कहते हैं ना, जिम्मेदारियाँ इंसान को मजबूत बनाती है, तो आंसू ने वो करके दिखाया है।
मुझे इतना एक्सपीरियंस भी नहीं था, पहली बार ही कैप्टन बना था मैं और काफ़ी जिम्मेवारी आई थी मेरे ऊपर और मैंने बेखूबी से निभाई सभी। हाँ, खुशी तो मिली है, बेस्ट राइडर भी रहा था मैं पिछले सीजन का और जोगिंदर भाई साहब ने पूरा मतलब साथ दिया था, उन्होंने समझाया था किस प्रकार से टीम को हैंडल करना है। कोशिश यही है कि जैसा मेरा पिछला सीजन गया था उससे कुछ न कुछ ज़्यादा ही हो, कम न हो। पिछले साल जैसा खेला था उससे कई बेहतरीन खेलने की कोशिश करूँगा इस साल भी। जो कमियाँ पिछली बार हुई थी उनको फिर नहीं दोहराएंगे। अब की बार तो यही सोच रखा है कि टीम को आगे तक लेके जाना है।
You know, all right, look at the beauty of this sport, the beauty of this league. Now, Ashu Malik, he's been around, but last season, when he broke into the limelight, suddenly everyone was looking at him. Before that, people didn't even notice him. And all of a sudden, it's Ashu.
Yeah, because he's calm under pressure, serene under stress. And the best thing is he knows how to hack away at the inessentials. People with sense will belong wherever they are put. And he has a lot of it. Not just that. Have you ever seen him rejoicing after scoring a big Super 10? Never. Have you ever seen him enjoying after a Super 8? Never. Because he understands his role. Whatever his role given to him, he never forgets about the goal. The best part about Ashu, which separates him from the rest, is laser-like focus.
All right, now they go up, they need to bounce back from their loss last night, the Bengal Delhi does, but they go up against the Bengaluru Bulls. They've had a horrific season.
And starting at the top when they lost to Titans, 37-29, we thought, okay, not too bad. Maybe they'll come back in the next game. Next game, they lost to the Giants. Then Yodhas gave them a thrashing, so to say. And the coach was so unhappy because Bharat picked up a Super 10. Then against the Paltans, you'll never get... those other reactions you'll get to see because they played 4 games. They've not won a single game. And coach has gone on to saying that this is the worst season, worst start he's ever had in 11 years. Frowning face, a lot of tension, stress, you can understand that. Overall, the journey has not been there, but rock bottom builds more champions than privilege ever did.
Hang on, that's poetry, fine,
that's okay,
beautiful,
but sense
lovely.
as well. If you'll not be positive in life, you'll not reach anywhere.
Listen, I've lost count of the number of raiders they've used in the last 2 games. That's a little bit of over-positiveness.
Last game, I can tell you 6. Before that, they used 5. But the raiders there, they should have used. They've not used. Akshit has not been used. You'll not see him there. Pardeep Narwal has got 28 raid points. And then you speak about Ajinkya Pawar, 16 raid points at a strike rate of 33. Jatin's 11 have come at a strike rate of 39. So, one, the numbers are not good. 2, even if they've come at a very, very poor strike rate.
All right, listen, the question must be asked. Is all well in that camp? Is there a little bit of an acrimonious undercurrent? And I'll tell you why. After their last loss to the Puneri Paltan, this is what happened at the press conference. Take a look.
कहने को कुछ है ही नहीं 11 सीजन सबसे गलत सीजन निकला कभी आज तक हुआ ही नहीं ये नहीं पूरी हिस्ट्री ये हम ऐसा मैच कभी खेले नहीं लाइफ ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ सारे के सारे सीनियर हैं ये अब इनको क्या बताना है अब इनको क्या बताना तो मेरे पास तो बोलने को कुछ है ही नहीं जो हमें लोग ये चाणक्य कहते थे वो 0 में कर दिया इन्होंने लीग को लॉस है सभी को लॉस है तो ये एक वन साइड तो इन्होंने परंपरा बना ली 3rd मैच भी इन्होंने 21 पॉइंट से और ये भी 12-13 कितना पॉइंट से तो ये कुछ बात बनी नहीं अकेले मोराल से तो काम नहीं चलता मोराल जो है ना शब्द वो पेपर पर अच्छा लगता है तो मोराल 3 मैचों में मोराल ही मोराल है हुआ क्या है सब कोई इतने सीनियर आदमी हैं इतने सीनियर प्लेयर हैं ये तो ये तो इन्होंने कुछ सोचना चाहिए
Pardeep Narwal in that press conference looked like he was wishing he was Harry Potter and he could just disapparate from that room there. With all due respect, don't mean to be harsh, but washing dirty linen in public that might not be the best idea, especially, look at that behind you. Pardeep Narwal next to you, the players within earshot, and that picture tells a story, man.
Story, more than story. Of all the powers that man possesses, nothing can be more awful or awesome than the power of speech. Words can be unbridled joy. Words can help, heal and hinder. Words can hurt, harm and humiliate. Coach Sherawat, what you were saying was not wrong. How you said it was entirely wrong.
But I'll tell you something, Pardeep, I have to ask you this. When we were looking at those clips, Pardeep looked distinctly embarrassed. He looked so downcast and sad.
And I think there was a question coming his way and he was nodding his head. He said, don't throw any questions at me because I can understand. Pardeep Narwal is the best there has ever been. Now, you will lose, you'll fall, but the coach should always motivate the players. I've been a huge fan. I still love Coach Sherawat. That's okay.
Of course, man.
But I don't necessarily have to like everything about him. Disagreement doesn't mean disrespect. I did not like the manner in which he went to the press conference and said what he said.
All right, so tough times for the Bengaluru Bulls early in the season. Let's see if they can manage to break out of it. Let's move to game number 1. The Bengal Warriors, they've made a habit of losing, winning or tying by very small margins. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. Fazal Atrachali. And going up against a rampaging Puneri Paltan, who seem to have held on to their, sort of form from last season.
Yeah. And that is the team to beat because they are each other's bond, they are each other's harvest, they are each other's success. 172 matches, 497 tackle points. PKL, when did he make his debut?
Two. He was on remember they weren't looking at him seriously.
Yeah, at that time. Then wins the title the same season. PKL 4, along with Pardeep Narwal, wins the title for Patna Pirates, named the best defender. Season 5 becomes the captain of Gujarat. Then PKL 6, captain Mumbai, Pune, Gujarat and Bengal over this journey. Season 9, he was also the captain of Puneri Paltan that made it to the final. So he knows that team. And I think whatever Puneri Paltan are today, they have a whole lot to thank just one man.
Yeah,
and that is Fazal Atrachali. Because
absolutely.
they treat him like an elder brother. He is not just a good defender. He is the softest voice with the loudest message.
Yeah, look, I was about to ask, how can the kind of beast that the Sultan Fazal Atrachali is exist inside a man Who's
Prajesh?
so sweet.
Absolutely.
So
Can I say one
soft-spoken,
thing?
yeah.
You should always watch out for the company you are in. When you are with great people, they'll always make you feel great. When you are with small people, they'll always make you feel very small. Fazal Atrachali will make you feel like a giant because he's like a giant himself.
I tell you what, at this point he's a warrior, a Bengal warrior. But me, I was telling you about him being sweet and soft-spoken, and if you don't believe me, it's an anomaly. Listen to him at the mat.
ग्यारह सीजन्स में इस मैट ने एक्शन तो देखा है लेकिन साथ में यारियां देखी हैं, रिश्ते देखे हैं एंड टू ब्रदर्स आर जॉइनिंग मी ऑन द मैट टुडे। पुनेरी पल्टन के कप्तान असलम इनामदार और बंगाल वॉरियर्स के कप्तान फजल अत्राचली द सुल्तान। Fazal, did you ever imagine a day when you'll be standing on this mat answering questions about being 3 points away from 500 tackle points in a Kabaddi league in India?
You know, really not. If I think about the past, first day I came to Kabaddi, they said you are not good for Kabaddi. Go like a weight lifting or something like this. But I said, I'm enjoying this sport. I want to come here. This is the first time. And when I remember also first season I came here, I wanted just 2 minute play in the mat, and I was looking for the one chance. But now, after 10 years playing here, I am here and talking about the 500 pound. That is a big thing for me. I didn't imagine this. But thanks God for this.
Listen, we all love you, Fazal, and you know that.
Thank you.
असलम ब्रदर्स वाली बात बोली और वो सुनने में भी आ जाता है क्योंकि आप उन्हें ब्रदर ही बुलाते हैं। पुनेरी पल्टन आपकी टीम जो है अपनी डिफेंस के लिए जानी जाती है, उसमें उसकी नींव में कितना बड़ा हाथ इनका द बेस्ट डिफेंडर ऑफ पीकेएल का है?
देखो, फजल लीग का और वर्ल्ड कबड्डी में एक बहुत बड़ा लेजेंड है। मुझे लगता है कि एक अकेला प्लेयर है कि जो 4 टाइम एशियन गेम्स खेला है और उसमें कई सारे मेडल भी उसके एशियन गेम्स में, और लीग में कई बार चैंपियन भी रहा है और बेस्ट डिफेंडर का अवार्ड भी लिया है। और हमारे साथ तो एक सीज़न था और काफ़ी बड़ा रोल था उसका, जो 500 टैकल पॉइंट करने वाला है वो अभी जल्दी, तो उसमें कुछ टैकल पॉइंट उसने पुनेरी पल्टन के लिए लिए, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है। हम बहुत कुछ सीखने भी मिला था फजल से, और जो टैकल पॉइंट हमारे पुनेरी पल्टन के लिए बहुत अहम हिस्सा था। फाइनल भी खेले थे, बट मैं और मोहित उस फाइनल में खेल नहीं पाया, नहीं तो मुझे लगता है कि पुनेरी पल्टन के हाथ और एक ट्रॉफी हुई थी फजल के नाम पे। और मैं थैंक्स बोलूँगा फजल को, बहुत कुछ सिखाया उसने पुनेरी पल्टन के सब नए लड़कों को, और मैं भी बहुत कुछ सीखा उससे, और जो यंग टैलेंट था उनको कैसे लेके चलना है वो मैं फजल से सीखा हूँ जी। थैंक यू फजल।
Thank you, brother.
Fazal, you probably know everything about Aslam and his boys, right from what they have for breakfast to who their hairstylist is. But today, what are the plans? Because today you'll be up against them.
I have to say thanks, Aslam, brother. But you know, every match is different, and Puneri is the really good teams. Especially Aslam is the good captain for them, and Mohit, Pankaj, Akash, and in the defense they are playing so good. And that is the good in Puneri Paltan, that they are 4 years playing together and they have a good combination. But I think we can play so well with them and we have a chance to beat them. This depends to how we play, and we are trying our chance. And outside the match we are brother, but inside the match we have to fight.
Yes, the
And
fight
I
will
have
be
to say
on.
all the best also to Aslam.
थैंक यू।
Thank you.
You know, इनकी रेटिंग अगर देखें बंगाल वॉरियर्स की, तो काफ़ी हद तक आपकी रेटिंग भी वैसी ही है। 7-8 पॉइंट्स लेके आते हैं, कंप्लीट परफॉर्मेंस देते हैं, साथ खेलते हैं। नितिन, सुशील और वो माइटी मनिंदर, उनको रोकने के आज क्या प्लान्स होंगे असलम?
ज़रूर हर मैच के लिए एक नया प्लान करना होता है हर एक डिफेंडर के साथ मुझे मिलके, तो मेरे टीम ने भी आज एक नए प्लान के साथ उतरेगी। मनिंदर एक बड़े लेजेंड है लीग के भी, काफ़ी हेवी पावर से खेलते हैं वो। नितिन भी एक यंग टैलेंट है, अच्छा खेल रहा है उनका, तो मुझे लगता है कि मेरे टीम में भी दोनों कॉर्नर्स, दोनों कवर्स एक बेस्ट प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं उनका लीग में, तो मुझे लगता है कि आज वो वही कॉम्बिनेशन के साथ खेलेंगे तो रिजल्ट उनके फेवर में रहेगा, मुझे लगता है मेरे डिफेंस के।
All right, brothers, thank you so much for joining us on the mat. बहुत शुक्रिया. It's the Bengal Warriors up against the Paltan.
So sweet, so nice. They're both smiling at each other. Look, I was telling you, Fazal is a sweet, soft man, but Aslam there was being extra nice to him, almost buttering him up.
Let me tell you one
is
thing.
that a ploy, or is Fazal going to make Aslam regret that he was so nice to him pre-game?
Watch out for the jersey. Champions know no mercy.
Beautiful. Speaking of champions, let's look at the number of champions we have on the roster tonight. The Dream 11 starting 7 for the first game, Bengal Warriors versus the Puneri Paltan.
Yeah, look at it. Money is there. Sushil
What?
Kambrekar. Sushil Kambrekar is my man.
I'm so happy.
Very happy because this man brings life to Kabaddi match. I mean, when things are not happening, he makes them happen. Nitin is there. He's been consistent. Mayur Kadam, Parvi. Nothing to change there. Nitesh is going to be the other corner. Fazal in the left corner. Akash, Mohit, Abhinesh, Sanket, Gaurav, Aman, Aslam. Same looking side for them. Akash Shinde still does not start for them. Where is Mr. Pankaj Mohite? Akash Shinde starts. No Pankaj Mohite.
Starts. No Pankaj Mohite because I'll tell you a little story about that if we have the time. But now tell me something. Is the Panga of the day going to be Maninder versus Gaurav Khatri, or is it going to be Mohit versus Fazal?
It has to be Mohit versus Fazal. It cannot be anything else. Tonight, it has to be Fazal Atrachali. Why do we say that? Panga of the day will be a man who's trying to, or very softly, he'll ask the mountain to come towards him at 497. And you talk about Mohit.
Look at where he plays. Look. He's not under Fazal's nose. He's not under the left corner's nose.
But he'll go towards him. If he doesn't go to Fazal, Fazal's going to come towards him. Yeah. Fazal knows he's the main man. So Fazal may not have the first tackle on him, but Fazal definitely will be a part of the assists. So that's going to be so. Sultan is ready to roar. We are ready for a big battle.
Look,
2 huge encounters
Paddy,
coming your way.
Paddy, listen,
yes, sir.
Every time I ask you to make a prediction, you know which team will win. Look, you know, 11
I'll only
times
make
out
a
of
prediction
10,
when you announce it in the commentary box in the first game that
11 times out of 10 you've been wrong. So I'm not going to ask you for a game prediction. I'm going to ask you for another prediction. Who do you think Fazal's 500th will be?
Mohit Goyat.
Aslam Inamdar.
You're saying Aslam?
Yes, I'm saying Aslam. Remember this. Write this down. Take notes, ladies and gentlemen. He said Mohit Goyat. I've said Aslam Inamdar. He's grinning that grin because he knows that 9 times out of 10 I'm right. All right. Game prediction. Bengal Warriors, Puneri Paltan.
Puneri Paltan.
Too close to call. Bengal Warriors have a huge chance. Maninder hasn't burst in yet. He could. This could be his game. Fazal Atrachali is prepared for his 500. Maninder Singh is prepared to blaze away on the mat. It's that time of the evening. Khel Kabaddi.
The 29th of October 2024 could well go down as a milestone day in our league game, in our very own league. We'll tell you why. Later this evening though, the Bengaluru Bulls will be hoping they can be 5th time lucky. The only team waiting to get off the mark, waiting for their first win. Can they do it against the Dabang Delhi KC team that will be without this man, the Naveen Express? Match number 2, the Bulls against Dabang Delhi KC. But first up, this man, Sultan, on the cusp of history. Well on the words of becoming the first man on the planet to get to 500 tackle points. He will have to do this against his former team. He will have to do this against the defending champions. The Warriors against the Paltan is blockbuster action. Welcome to day 12 of season 11 of our very own Pro Kabaddi League. We're coming to you, as always, live from the Gachibowli Indoor Stadium in Hyderabad. This is certainly one of the big stories tonight. The Bulls will be hoping they can make it 5-5 against Dabang Delhi KC and get their first win of the season. Like we mentioned, this could be a historic night in PKL, whereas Fazal Atrachali could well become the first man tonight to reach Mount 500. Nobody's close, not even close to the Sultan. And ain't gonna be easy though. Have a look at his numbers against Aslam Inamdar and Mohit Goyat. At the moment, it's the young Raiders from Pune that just have the better of him. Is that any indication of which way this is headed? We'll find out. One thing's for sure, you don't want to bet against the Sultan. Making their way out first, the defending champions.
And now, please welcome the defending champions. The Orange Paltan are ready to strike again. Puneri Paltan.
The defending champions and a team that's right on top at the moment in season 11. There is a bunch of absolute rock stars that have complete disregard for what's not possible. Young Raider, a young set of fearless Kabaddi players that are ready to take on anyone that comes in front of them. 3 wins out of 4. It's looking good for the boys in orange, for the boys from Pune, the defending champion. Navneet Krishna here in the company of Rajesh Hirji.
The Dream 11 starting 7 for the Puneri Paltan. Oh my God, look at that team. That is a scary, scary team. Gaurav Khatri, he will have the responsibility of stopping Maninder. Akash Shinde starts today. It's not Pankaj Mohite. Akash Shinde will have the responsibility of attempting to get a touch point every single raid. Although all 3 of them, Aslam, Mohit and Akash, are capable. Make your own team. The Bengal Warriors with the Sultan Fazal Atrachali on their way out.
The mighty combination of Maninder and Fazal. The battlefield is set for the Warriors to rule again. Please welcome Bengal Warriors!
Navneet has been going on about young raiders. Fazal Atrachali, I tell you what, he's like a March bunny on batteries, man. Gone right off Fazal Atrachali just because the raiders opposing him are young, as you've been going on and on. The man is not the Sultan for nothing. Under that soft-spoken, sweet demeanor is a beast waiting to unleash itself. The Dream 11 starting 7 for the Bengal Warriors.
A couple of trump cards. One certainly is the Sultan and so is Mighty Maninder. Now watch out for Mayur Kadam. He's been in good form. The experience of Nitesh in the right corner. In raid, Maninder, Nitin and the new sensation, Sushil Kambrekar. Good-looking team this, the Bengal Warriors, champions of Season 8. But let's bring our attention to Aslam Inamdar, a captain, a champion team he has, and a Dream 11 player to watch out for on the cusp of history, the Sultan from Iran. Watch out for this rock star.
What a game this is going to be, I'll tell you what. Fazal Atrachali is not going to back down. Last season, if you remember, we saw him playing more conservatively. This season, he hasn't been doing that. The first trade, Puneri Paltan after winning the toss. That's a surprise.
line drawn. Game on. Kabaddi.
Does not happen very often in the Pro Kabaddi League that the team winning the toss raids first, because they're looking to raid first in the second half when the game is a little clearer to them. And is there a reason why the Puneri Paltan are raiding first?
Interesting choice that. Put in the first raid, get early momentum. Who is it?
1 point.
In the right corner, I think that's
Bengal
Nitish
Warriorz.
Kumar. First successful tackle in the first half, celebrated by Shriram Finance.
Well, that didn't really work out too well for them, did it? The choice of raiding first after winning the toss. Now, Mighty Money versus Gaurav Khatri. Keep your eye on that battle. Will he? Oh, he's looking for the cover. There is Maninder. Oh, that was brilliantly read by Sanket, or was it Abhinav? Abhinesh, pardon me, Natarajan.
Yeah, it was Avinash with that block. And an audacious one at that, because you're trying to stop the biggest unit there is in the game. Mighty Money, look at how he stands there. Solid as a wall, Avinash Natarajan.
Mohit Goeth now, look at the speed. Him versus Fazal. That's the battle we've been speaking of. Fazal, vocal on the mat today. Looking to get to that 500. 3 points away. But that's an insane number for a defender to last this long with the sort of toll it takes on the body. Imagine the toll it's taken on the man's mind. The man is not only a storied defender, he's captained teams season after season after season. I mean, how do you do it? How is it humanly possible?
Yeah, let's try to put this in context, right, Bridge? 500 points over 10 seasons is on average 50 points per game. Per season, my apologies. 50 points per season, roughly 2 to 3 points per game. He's been doing 2 to 3 points per game, per season for 10 long years.
No, hang on. That was his first tackle to the bottom right of your screen with you, Mumbai, and that was in season 2, Navneet, not season 1.
So 9 seasons then.
Man comes off the bench, wasn't looked at seriously, and look where he's come from there. The man is a motivation, seriously. I mean, that's called life goals, setting life goals, bro.
And the fact that he does it with the kind of fitness that Fazal has, it just talks to you about the dedication and just the commitment that this man has had towards the game, towards his career. What a stalwart, a legend, a proper legend in the game of Kabaddi.
And the fact that he does it with the kind of humility he does, they could have had him. Why didn't he let go of the chain? That's Gaurav Khatri's error there. If he had let go of that chain, Gaurav Khatri might have had a chance at stopping Nitin.
Just too close to the midline. Now Akash Shinde gets a chance in the starting 7 in this game. Comes in place of Pankaj Mohitin. Another exciting young left raider. Looking for that dive. Doesn't get anything on Praveen Thakur. Flirting with Nitish Kumar, and he gets him right on cue.
1 point.
Nitish Kumar knows he's messed up there. He'd held himself in check for long enough. If he hadn't gotten tempted there, Akash Shinde, brilliantly done. Oh, this game, I'll tell you what, this is going to be a game of attrition, man.
It's going to be hard to pick one from here. Look at the defense of Puneri Paltan. Oh boy, they're alive. Once again, they stop Money in his tracks.
Listen, this is the second time. This is raid number 2 and similar tackle number 2. Money is off to the bench again. They've worked him out, bro.
Look at Sonic the Hedgehog. How do you stop him? This guy's just rapid across the mat. Mohit Goeth
1 point.
is just a supreme talent.
Puneri Paltan. 1 point. 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 Puneri Pal
Look, he was in one place, but he was so quick in that one place that the defense was completely rattled. And the Bengal Warriors are down to 4. That's what the Puneri Paltan can do to you, man.
They hunt in packs, don't they? Much like wolves. Boy, oh boy! Was that Aslam in
That was Mohit.
1 point, Puneri Paltan.
He came round.
Came all around. Yeah, it was Aslam. Look at how he comes from behind.
It was Mohit who came from behind.
Yeah, it was Mohit.
And he was not close to the defender. I mean, that is
Number 3.
timing. That takes guts, serious courage. And that takes such immense split-second decision-making and the courage to back your decision.
Yeah, conviction. He backed himself because he had distance to cover Mohit Goyat. Like we said, he's really quick across the mat. Super tackle opportunity. A raw super tackle opportunity now. Sultan is there, yet to get off the mark, inching closer to 500. Will it happen tonight?
They're staying away from him. They're not giving him the opportunity. He could have had 2 here if Mohit gave him the, sort of space to work with.
Just get the sense that it's going to be played at a frantic pace, Bridge, this game. I'm not too sure if this is going to calm down, slow down any bit at all. Praveen Thakur now.
Thing is, here, if the Puneri Paltan do manage to inflict an all-out upon the Bengal Warriors, who are at this point running the clock down, banking on that super tackle, banking on that do-or-die raid, if the Puneri Paltan get a foot on the Bengal Warriors' jugular, they will not let go.
They won't let loose for sure. It's a part of their strategy, isn't it? To have Mohit Goyat go down when there are 3 defenders. Doesn't pay off this time though. Praveen Thakur takes care of both legs. Nowhere for Mohit Goyat to go. Wrong super tackle. Magar ki chakar.
Really well done by Praveen Thakur there. Look what they're doing. They're staying away from Puzzle. They are hoping to frustrate him into an error. They know that he'll be... Look, there will be a slight amount of tension. You're 3 away from 500. And of course, you're a defender who wants to show his worth on this stage against a team that everyone wants to beat.
Do-or-die raid next up for the Bengal Warriors. Right now, Aslam Inamdar, the skipper. In raid hasn't caused too much damage. There you go. Fazal Atrachali just rolling back the clock. Some of the most iconic tackles we've ever seen. His first ever victim was Rohit Chaudhary. Vikas Kandola is 100
and 300.
And 300. Narendra Kandola is 400. Wow, he's been around for a while.
He does have the Kandolas, doesn't he? Does the Puneri Paltan have Kandola?
Players will come and go. We've seen hundreds come and go, but the Sultan is here and he continues to dominate.
Vishwas is very sure of the bonus at this point. Don't know if that's the best idea, though it's a do-or-die raid. Yes, it does have a bonus, and they've drawn level. Clean bonus.
Very clean bonus. I was watching the show when I was waiting for you to join us in Comms Bridge. I know Paddy picked Puneri Paltan. You didn't pick a team.
Because I said it's not that clear. It's not going to be that easy.
Yeah, but it's not good for you to stay on the fence either. Give me a name, my friend.
You don't understand, Navneet. If I stay on the fence, I can prove Paddy wrong. But just because Paddy has picked the Puneri Paltan, I will pick the Bengal Warriors.
Let's go. I like this.
Just because Paddy picked Mohit to be Aslam's 500th, I picked... No, sorry, pardon me. Fazal's 500th, I picked Aslam to be Fazal's 500th.
Let's go. For starters, let's see if he gets his 500.
It might be an anti-climax, though.
If he does, who's it going to be? 5 apiece at the moment, 9 minutes into this game. And you know this is a tough contest. You know that despite the caliber and the reputation that the Puneri Paltan team come with, you know this is a toughie.
The Sultan! Did someone step out from the back? Is Aslam hurt there? Because Fazal Atrachali is sort of caressing his cheek.
It was the Sultan that came in with the block, the dash, call it what you want. Aslam wasn't getting out of that. That's number 498.
Therefore, number 500 also could be Aslam. I may have picked a winner.
He's an elder brother to all these boys, was with Puneri Paltan 2 seasons ago, captained this team, took them to the final. They ended up on the wrong side against the Jaipur Pink Panthers, but what a season they had under Fazal Atrachali. Later this evening, the Bengaluru Bulls featuring Pardeep Narwal up against Dabang Delhi KC. May not have the Naveen Express.
Both out of bounds. Super tackle, 2 points. Bengal
We saw that
Warriorz,
interview.
1 point. Puneri
There you
Paltan.
go, super tackle.
Because even though there were 4 on the man, a defender had stepped out of bounds for the Bengal Warriors. Look to the right side of your screen there. It's a rough super tackle. It's a magar ki jakad.
So that'll take him to not 498, Bridge. It'll take him to 499. Oh boy. One move away from Mount 500, the Sultan. To think of the fact that someone's actually going to make this happen is absurd in itself. It looked almost impossible, unthinkable at one stage when the league started. Bridge, how many seasons have you been around? 11 seasons. How many tackles do you have?
I tackled Paddy once.
10 minutes into this, it's exactly like we expected, a nail biter. Strategic timeout.
I'll tell you what, Navneet, it's been a breathless game. Under 10 to go, we'll come back to that. Now, Arjun Deshwal for the Jaipur Pink Panthers, he's been stellar this season. Vikash Kandola backing him up. They go up against U Mumba, who tied their last game against the Bengal Warriors. Sort of a resurgence for them. That should be an interesting game. Now, this game, Navneet, I was saying, Sultan Fazal 1 away from 500. He has a super tackle to his name. It's been all breathless action, both sides of the mat. 10 minutes to go, and it's just 7-6. Looks like a game with far more points.
That was the super tackle from the Sultan that took him from 497 to 499. Just making sure Aslam Inamdar was fine. A former captain for Aslam, a Dream 11 top picks. Gaurav Khatri features in more teams than Aslam, Mohit and Fazal. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, but Gaurav Khatri really hasn't had much to do this evening. He's been ushered off the mat early on in the game today. He has one tackle point to his name though. The Bengal Warriors, Maninder coming in with a do or die. He needs to look out for that block from the covers from Abhinesh Natarajan, who stopped him in his tracks twice today. Abhishek again dangling himself out, tempting Maninder, and he stops Maninder again. Exactly what I said.
1 point.
For the
Puneri Paltan.
third time in succession, Avinash Natarajan stops Mighty Money. Have a look at the conviction in his movement. And he didn't back down, didn't doubt himself. Well done. Rob super tackle now for the Warriors. Can this be the moment?
All right, Akash Sinde. He has 1 point to his name. Does he have a touch point here? All right, doing the sensible thing, not wanting to give them 2 points. What a fantastic strategy the Puneri Paltan have come out with today. Abhinesh has clearly been given the task. He's been tasked with stopping Maninder, and he's done that thrice in succession.
And if anything, Bridge, Avinash has been guilty of conceding far too many points in the past.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, one of the amazing things about the Puneri Paltan, there is zero hesitation. Once they go for it, they go for it.
Yeah, I like that. No two ways. They don't doubt themselves. They back it to the hilt. Right, now Akash Shinde. Oh! Wow!
Number 70 now.
Made an absolute mockery of the defense. Akash Shinde, you beauty.
Substitution. Bengal Warriors. Number 88 out.
He ran around them. That's a game of tag, man.
Red.
Like running and catching when we were...
But just what we were talking about, no hesitation. He took that call and he went for it.
And down to 2 now, the Bengal Warriors. What an opportunity for the rollout to come now from Puneri Paltan. Yeah, looking for that touch on Avinash. He's been on the money today. Right on cue, Avinash. Natarajan! Another one! Which side of the bend did Avinash Natarajan wake up?
I don't think the point will go to Avinash Natarajan here. They had a bonus there. He didn't need to go for that. Why did he need to do that? He had just one on the other side of the mat. He had a bonus. That's a wry smile on Puzzle's face here. A Puneri Paltan now
1 + 2, 3 points. Puneri Paltan. All out
run
Bengal
into
Warriors.
the lead. I mean, it's not a big one though. But this is the Puneri Paltan, and like we've been saying, once they have their foot on the jugular, it's a 4-point lead, which is good enough for the Puneri Paltan. They will not
Warriors.
let up.
Don't
Number 3
give
out,
them
88.
momentum. It's a team that will run away with the game. They don't have a Maninder. They don't have a Sultan. Absolutely brilliant from the defending champions.
Someone needs to take care of Avinash Natarajan today. He has just 2 tackle points to his name, does Avinash Natarajan, 3, pardon me. But he's done more than enough for his team. Now the question is, if you were the coach of the Bengal Warriors at this point, would you be thinking of substituting Mighty Money? Big call.
Yeah, it's a big call. Not too sure if I'll do it right away, though. Just give him a few more attempts. Yet to get off the mark. It's just been stopped and out. Oh, the Sultan concedes one.
1 point.
Unlike Sultan Bridge to do something like that so close to the midline.
And he's on 499, man. Come on. Also, his team is really not doing what it should be. The gap was 4, it's now 5. And look, are you noticing something? Akash Shinde has been brought in because Pankaj Mohite wasn't really doing what he was supposed to be. Akash Shinde is off to a flyer today. He's up and running, man.
He's in fact the highest scorer up until now.
There you go.
With 3 points so far, Mighty Money. This time, Avinash says, I'll let you go. Look at Avinash eyeing Mighty Money. The audacity of the defender to take on the biggest tiger on the mat. Oh boy. Now Aslam Inandar.
You just get the feeling that the Bengal Warriors might be a bit deflated at this point. That's what the Puneri Paltan does. They take the wind out of opponents' sails early on into the game.
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Now you're talking like Paramjit Sherawat.
And I think it's a line that very well fits Puneri Paltan. You won't see them get the high fives and the super 10s. Now do or die radio for Nitin, who's been very quiet.
Let's say 1 point, no bonus.
The call is that the radar is safe, but will they want to give this another view? Abhinesh goes out.
Abhinesh almost had one more there. Look at how close this is. He's on his way to the midline. Abhinesh comes in, he just gets his hand in the nick of time again. Some might say contentious call.
He was airborne, Rich. Or did his hand come from the outside? Well, it's a call that's been given in favor of the Warriors.
In the meantime, he just missed an insane Akash Shinde sidekick. All their raiders, they're so fast.
They really are. Mohit Goyat for me is the fastest of them all. Akash Shinde and Aslam not too far behind. Speak about fast and strength. Sushil Kambrekar is a proper firecracker. No better explosive to have during Diwali than this new dynamite.
Yeah, the Bengal Warriors will be looking to him to inject some sort of spark since it's Diwali into their campaign. 4 points separating the two teams right now. Just under 4 to go, and a do-or-die raid for the Bengal Warriors. Mohit Goyat after a while.
Now, we haven't seen him on the mat for a while in raid. 3 points the lead now. Nothing that's going to concern the Warriors. He loves that leap, that dive, that jump. Looking for that back kick on the Sultan, gets nothing. Waits, and he's tapped out. Courtesy Mayur Kadam.
Nitesh's reaction there said a lot. Fists in the air, exulting, pumping his fists. I have a feeling the Bengal Warriors are on their way back, man.
Oh! Is that 500? And it's Mohit Goyat. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest there is in the game, the Sultan, the first man on the planet to get 500 tackle points in the Pro Kabaddi League. Sultan Fazl Adrachali from Iran.
That is an insane achievement. That is beyond human capacities. 500 tackle points across 10 seasons. He didn't play the first season, mind you. The second season also he was used sparingly. Oh, that man. Oh, he has a following wherever he goes. Beautiful, humble, soft-spoken, sweet human being inside whom resides a beast.
Every now and then you will have to stand and applaud. Everyone in the Kabaddi fraternity will stand and applaud what this man has done. He's done the unthinkable. There isn't another defender who's even close to him. And it isn't just what he's done in tackle. Excellent that from Akash Shinde. Gets Sushil Kambrekar. But Rich, for me, it's his contribution to the Pro Kabaddi League that is there for everyone to see. It's more than just 500 tackle points.
Oh, it's beautiful. He's been an ambassador for the game across the world. Regardless of what team he plays for, what team he captains, the respect he gets from the other teams, from opposing captains, from fan bases. I mean, to see this man play, to step onto the mat, I'd go miles, man.
Trying to think of what parallels are in other sports of what this man has accomplished. You'll wonder if it's a record that'll ever be broken. We'll try to bring you those statistics of who the second best and the third best is.
The second best is Surjit. 413 tackle points to his name.
85 tackle points.
It's 385. Manjeet is the third. 391, pardon me.
And a deficit of 85, Rich, is at least 1.5 seasons, 2 seasons.
87.
Yeah. It tells you that it's going to be extremely hard for anyone to even come close to 500. Now let's get back to this game. Do-or-die raid, mighty Maninder. It's still just a 3-point lead. Nothing to write home about for Puneri Paltan. It's just been a rough one for mighty Money. For the 4th time in 5 raids, Maninder sent to the bench.
It's not his night. It's not Mighty Money's night, which is why I was asking you, Navneet, just not too long ago, if you were the coach of the Bengal Warriors, would you consider subbing him out? We might see that happening in the second half. Hey, he does have a bonus.
I'm actually interested to see a little more of Sushil Kambrekar in raid. He's only had the 1 raid. We saw what he did in that opening game. He's a proper dynamite. More like, You don't know what's coming next. A lot of these new raiders have that surprise element. And why not bring him on a little more in raid?
Absolutely with you on that, brother. First half ends. Aslam Inamdar has just the sole raid point to his name. It's not necessarily a very high-scoring game, but it's been frantic. Fazal Atrachali has climbed Mount 500. I will never hear the end of that. First from Padamjeet Sharawat, and then next from my 5.5-year-old. Who's a huge
Fanny did say it'll be Mohit Goet.
Exactly.
Vijay Shirji said it will be Aslam Inamdar.
Aslam Inamdar was the first two. So who wins?
No, Fanny wins.
All right, thank you so much, Navneet. And my 5.5-year-old, he's an insane Fazal Atrachali fan. There you go.
He liked this tough move. That was the self-out, which meant that it was a rough super tackle opportunity. And therein came the dash, the block, the move from Fazal Atrachali. That took him to 499. And then this, the 500th tackle point. And he'll thank Mayur Kadam for that.
He'd liked it to have been a cleaner tackle. There you go. He's not just thanking Mayur Kadam. He's thanking the entire stadium. He's thanking both teams, the managements, the coaching staff, all the people watching on television. Now, if you look at it phase-wise, the Puneri Paltan actually were behind the Bengal Warriors in the first 10-minute phase. In the second 10-minute phase, that's where they've drawn away. 4 points, just 3 points separating the two teams. Do not ride at the Bengal Warriors. Not been Maninder Singh's night. How will it go?
And after this game, we have the Bulls taking on Tabang Delhi KC. Pardeep versus Ashu. That should be good. We'll come back for the second 20 of this game. Stay tuned.
All right, just 3 points separating the two teams at the end of the first half. Fazal Atrachali becomes the first player to reach 500 tackle points. No one is even close. Next is Surjit with 413 tackle points. What a man, what an inspiration, what a player. Beautiful to see this man succeed. Couldn't have had a better ambassador for the game.
Absolutely. He's just taken the game of Kabaddi to new heights, and it's wonderful to have this man come from Iran and play a big role in spreading the game of Kabaddi worldwide. At the halfway mark, Sultan and the Warriors trail by 3 points, just the 3 points. And Puneri Paltan won't take it easy. Bengal Warriors, you know for sure, are going to be hot in pursuit.
Fazal Atrachali, he's been a judo player, he's been a football player, a soccer player. But Kabaddi, the mat is where he's found his home. Now, Nitin for the Bengal Warriors. It's not been Mighty Money's night. And as Navneet was saying, we'd like to see a bit more of Sushil Kambrekar. I think it's down to those two guys, man, for the Bengal Warriors tonight.
A change has come from the Puneri Paltan team, though. Pankaj Moite does come in eventually. 1 on 5, you won't have a bonus to pick up.
Listen, Mohit Goyat has gone out. Pankaj has come in his place.
It's an interesting choice. And he goes! No! 2, maybe 3. What a start for Pankaj Moite. The Sultan will walk off. How many more will accompany him?
That is what we did not want to see. Fazal Atrachali going off to the bench. Does he have the whole team there? Does he have all of them there? Fazal's gone off.
I've got 2 for sure, Bridge. I was wondering if there was a third.
Did he have a touch on Mayur Kadam in the first place is the question we should be asking.
Well, at the moment, we're all over the place. We'll wait for the official verdict.
Red save. 2 points, Puneri Paltan.
All right, 2 points it is. Is that Mayur and the Sultan? Take another look at this. Mayur. Oh, no, in fact, it isn't Mayur.
Nitin and the Sultan, I think. Oh, Nitin's on raid right now.
Bonus, Bengal Warriors.
Yeah, I think it was Nitesh Kumar and the Sultan. Mayur Kadam now on the mat with Praveen Thakur and Nitin. Super tackle opportunity, rough super tackle opportunity for the Bengal Warriors. Another quick raider in the form of Akash Shinde, Bridge. They're all quick, aren't they?
There's another bit of a strange stat that just popped up above the scoreline on our screens. The Puneri Paltan does not have a single bonus point to their name today, although that could also be because the Bengal Warriors have been playing with lesser than 6 for a large part of the game. Because normally the Puneri Paltan, you know, they're not miserly with the bonuses. They just keep picking them up.
They like the 1 point raids, or the touch point or the bonus point raids. You don't often see them get a lot of multi-point raids, but that's how they go about their business. Point by point by point, and drill you down. Another off super tackle opportunity. They've had a few. 1, 2. Oh, how? Just how do you manufacture so much space and make the defense look rather silly?
They're embarrassed in that dugout there.
Praveen Thakur, Mayur Kadam, and they were hoping that the third defender would stop him in his way. You are made to look pretty silly.
He made them look leaden-footed there. 6 points the difference between the two teams. The Puneri Paltan have inflicted a second all-out upon the Bengal Warriors. That means 3 more points. All the Bengal Warriors have a bonus point to their name. This is the first successful tackle of the second half, celebrated by Sriram Finance, not celebrated by the Bengal Warriors.
Substitution, Bengal Warriors, please come.
8 points.
Number 9 out,
Paltan had their foot on the jugular. They will not let go. And look at the Raiders who've done it for them today. Mohit Goyat is off the mat. Aslam Inamdar of 6 raids has just 1 raid point. It's Akash Shinde and Pankaj Moite who've come off the bench and gotten them 4 raid points each. They're just proving a point here today.
And when you pick the top 2 raiders from this team, Bridge, you'll probably say that's Aslam Inamdar and Mohit Goyat. But tonight, it's Akash Shinde and Pankaj Moite. It tells tells you the options they have and the depth in talent.
Bonus point.
It's
Puneri
just
Paltan.
ridiculous, the talent that this team possesses. Now, Sushil Kambrekar will be hoping he can replicate what some of the youngsters in orange are doing. And he can! He can! I think he'll get through! Abhinesh for sure,
Number 22,
Aman as
20
well.
and 4.
It's a Super 8. It's a Super 8, easily.
Header set, 3 points. Bengal Warriors.
Sanket is gone, Abhinesh is gone, and Aman, who's come in as a sub, is gone. This is an HP Racer Gen 6 Super 8. Well done, Sushil Kambrekar. You've kept the Bengal Warriors alive.
Yeah, he does have the power to drill, doesn't he, Sushil Kambrekar? Nice to see the young boys dominate the mat. It isn't all about experience. It plays a role big time. But the young boys, they're quick, they're strong, they're hungry. Look at that. Flirts, gets Aman towards him, and then Abhinesh makes a mistake.
Also, what we were speaking of towards the end of the first half has actually happened. Maninder Singh is not on the mat. He's been substituted by Arjun Rathi. Sushil Kambrekar claiming another one on the right corner. Who is it? Akash Shinde. He's picking
Header
them
set, 1
up.
point. Bengal Warriors, number 12 out.
It's Pankaj Moite. Look at that. Oh, but he gets one on Gaurav Khatri.
He's got one on Gaurav Khatri. He's asking for 2 points, man.
Yes, please come. What is your challenge? 2 points. Okay, please. TV umpire. Bengal Warriors challenge 2 points. Hard decision 1 point. Please review.
Right. We know the touch on Gaurav Khatri definitely did come. We saw that on the replay, a proper kick onto the forearm, right about near the... Oh, did he get 2? On that same kick, he might have.
Oh, he's just under the chain. Look, he's hit under where they're holding the chain together. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, man, Sushil Kambrekar, what is this boy doing?
Just look at the athleticism of the man.
We've never seen a raid like that.
Yeah, we've never seen it. It could be a new strategy that traders employ. Hit the core of the chain, you'll get 2 points.
Oh, come
not
on.
1.
You can't plan that.
You can plan that. Sushil Kambrekar. Well done, you little rock star.
Yes.
This should be 2.
Okay, thank you. Review successful. 2 points, Bengal Warriors. Captain, you have retained your review.
Absolutely love it. 8-point lead, down to 4, just like that, in 2 plays.
And Sushil Kambrekar has the most points of any raider in this game. He's up to 6.
Oh, you gotta love this game. A game that has so many big names. And Sushil Kambrekar is the top scorer 26 minutes into this game. That is why it's the game we all love. You never know what's coming at you.
Adamjit Sherawat was saying in the pre-game show. Adamjit Sherawat was saying in the pre-game show, this boy makes things happen, and boy, is he making them happen. Now suddenly the Puneri Paltan, who we were saying don't let their foot off the jugular, are just 2 on the mat. A rock super tackle opportunity. Sushil Kambrekar, can Aslam stop him? No, he's got more than he's clean out. That's 4 points. Then draw level. Sushil Kambrekar is on 8 points. That's 4 points. Pardon me, there's still 1 under. I got carried away.
In a passage of 2 minutes, a young Sushil Kambrekar has turned the game, and how? Momentum with the Warriors, the strength of Sushil. Aslam isn't happy with Akash Shinde, but oh boy!
That looked like 2 old men sitting down to have a talk about, you know, how the rivers have dried up this year.
Well, what's not well in life? Well done, Sushil.
Bonus, Puneri Paltan.
Few nights ago, it was Devang Dalal for the Patna Pirates who made the headline. Tonight, it is Sushil Kambrekar. It's nice to say that the game is in safe hands as we move along.
Number 4 out.
Season after season,
1 point.
they're ticking along. The
Bengal
Bengal
Warriorz.
Warriors, they're back in the hunt, and how?
Oh man, look at this game. This is such a beautiful game. When everyone may have thought, even we did, the Puneri Paltan will not let their foot off the Bengal Warriors' neck. Suddenly they're neck to neck.
The wise man once said Sushil Kambrekar should raid a lot more in the first half. I wonder who that was. Raids picks up 2 more points.
Number 88 and 2 out.
points this for
2
Puneri
points.
Paltan.
Puneri
I tell
Paltan.
you what, Nitish Kumar has been leaking like a sieve today. He's been leaking points like a sieve. Look at him. He had no business coming in there. What is Nitish Kumar doing? What does Nitish do?
That was Praveen Thakur who made first contact. I don't think it was wise for Nitish to even go in there. Oh, so close for comfort. Arjun Rati, it is the substitute raider who's taken down in his first raid.
1 point. Puneri Paltan.
Yeah, so I tell you what, once again, the Puneri Paltan showing us why they are the defending champions. 4 on the mat for the Bengal Warriors. Sushil Kambrekar, huge responsibility on his shoulders now. I mean, there was a 1 point gap which the Puneri Paltan have pulled back to 3.
Look at that. He's looking for something to come from Mayur Kadar. Maybe an error. I always want to understand what Fazal is telling the raider right before he goes to raid.
Tell you what, all of a sudden this player is going to be on the radar of a lot of teams. Oh, he looks so good. Who was the wise man who said Sushil Kambrekar should be raiding a lot more in the first half?
I wonder who.
Fine, it was you. I agreed.
30 minutes into this game, it certainly is game on. Once again, that lead of 3 to 4 points. It's been there in and thereabouts all through this game for Puneri Paltan. They know they can't rest easy.
Yeah, because 10 minutes is enough for the Bengal Warriors to, just sort of strike off these 4 points to kill this lead.
Time out.
Alrighty then, that is our second and final strategic timeout for this game. Back in a minute and a half. All right, coming up next, the Bengaluru Bulls go up against Dabang Delhi. The Bengaluru Bulls have had a horrific start to their campaign. 4 games, one of which they've lost by a 21-point margin. Their coach hasn't been too complimentary about them in the press conference after their last loss versus the Puneri Paltan, on your screen right now.
The Dream 11 starting 7 for both these teams. Now, Pradeep Narwal will feature in that starting 7 along with Jatin and Ajinkya as the two other raiders. Now, interesting, on the right side, Dabang Delhi KC, no Naveen Kumar.
Yeah, possibly the injury that he suffered during the last game. Make your own team now. But speaking of the team without the Naveen Express, more responsibility on Ashu Malik's shoulders. Pradeep Narwal, the caged lion, will be looking to respond to his coach's harsh words in the best way he knows, by scoring a ton load of points.
30 minutes into this game, at the moment, look at this. Just that passage of play that they had, 11 to 20, is what's given Puneri Paltan the advantage that they have at the moment. A 4-point lead in the game of Kabaddi doesn't mean too much. 10 minutes left.
Yeah, but you know, those last 10 minutes, despite the Bengal Warriors having that all-out and Sushil Kambrekar's heroics, they still were 1 point ahead of the Bengal Warriors, were the Puneri Paltan. A 4-man defense is tough to raid in, especially in a do-or-die situation.
Got to make something happen here, Pankaj Moite. Look at how deep Fazal is. He's not going to give anything. Coming from behind! Mayur Kadam falls prey to Pankaj Moite.
We were just saying a 4-man defense is difficult to raid in, especially in a do-or-die situation. But with Mayur Kadam on the mat tonight, the Raiders can be that much more confident.
Yeah, we keep saying do-or-die raid is for the Raider to make something happen. As a defensive unit, wait. Play it out. Play the waiting game. Let the Raider manufacture something. The deeper it goes.
Yes,
2 points.
He has 2. He has a Super 10 in a night with all the big stars in action. A young Sushil Kambrekar is wrecking havoc.
In 6 raids, Sushil Kambrekar has a Super 10, hold on, in 6 raids. That is an almost 200% raid strike rate, Navneet.
Outrageous. So nice for the game when you see the emergence of new stars.
You know, if I were a player for the Bengal Warriors, I'd be almost jealous of Fazal speaking only to Sushil Kambrekar all the time. Speak to me, man.
And you see what he's saying? He's saying target the right corner. Yeah. He's saying right corner. That's the only thing I could get from what he said. He's targeting Gaurav Khatri, is it? Well, let's wait and watch.
He's looking at Gaurav Khatri. Interesting.
Wait. At the moment, see, that's what you get by just waiting. Sometimes you're just a little too anxious, restless to make something happen as a defensive unit, and you concede far too many. Satyappa Matti comes in for Puneri Paltan. At the moment, though, it's Pankaj Moite.
Satyappa Matti, now that's another one off the bench. Why, Sushil, why? You were the one person who didn't have to do that. Fazal Atrachali's look is saying it all. Hands on hips, gives him the glare. Sushil must be feeling so foolish. You know, there's times when a young player can want to be a hero. I mean, my name tonight for the generations to come. Doesn't work that way, man.
And he chose to look at Fazal Atrachali after he made that header. Wrong choice, little
Bonus.
buddy.
Bengal Warriors.
Ashu Malik and Dabang Delhi KC. Added responsibilities on the shoulders of Ashu Malik. And now with the absence of Naveen Kumar, once again to an injury. Just, you got to feel for him. Not for the first time, not for the second time, for the third time in as many seasons, Naveen is missing out because of injury, Bridge. Never a good thing as an athlete.
Use your mind. Okay, use your mind. Agar they ready, stick karo. Agar not ready, win karo.
You heard what he said, use your mind. This game is played as much in the mind as it is with the body.
Excellent. It's just been a while we've seen Aslam Inamdar make an impact in the game. It's been a rather quiet evening for the skipper, but an important ankle hold here.
But you see what Aslam's been doing for most of the game in defense today. He's been getting into that crouch and staying there. That's it. Not moving. A off super tackle opportunity here. Going to stay away from Fazal Atrachali this time. Killing the clock. About 5 to go. And a 4-point difference.
Yeah, not a bad time to start killing the clock, to roll it down, be on the defensive, get the Warriors to grab the bull by its horn and dictate the pace at which this game is going to be played. If you see Praveen Thakur coming in for a raid, you know it's for an empty raid.
Do or die here for the Puneri Paltan. Big moment in the game. Big moment in the game, and we'll tell you why. Because there's a rock super tackle opportunity on the other side, which means 2 points if they bring this man down. That is exactly what the Bengal Warriors wanted. That is a rock super tackle. That is a Magar Ki Jakat. That is 2 points. That brings the Bengal Warriors to 29. Nitesh finally wakes up.
And not a bad time to wake up. For a man who's had a very ordinary evening, what a time to pull off a move like that. The coach loves it. 2-point game. It's on. Make it 1. Aslam Inamdar has only himself to blame. What a contest this.
Bonus plus point, number 3 out.
2 points, they've drawn level. Bonus plus point, that's what I said. He had a bonus under Aslam's nose. Brilliant raid directed by Fazal Atrachali.
What's that, Vishwas?
They're saying they want another touch point.
Clearly the bonus, clearly Aslam. Where did the second touch come?
Didn't review. A very smart decision to not review, because this game, look, it's definitely going down to the wire.
We knew it was going to be a close one with 2 really top teams. Hasn't been as easy for Pune as it was last season, Rich. It tells you how evenly balanced this season is.
Time out, Puneri Paltan.
All right, it's time for Coach's Corner. Listen in.
31 है, समझ गया ना? पहला थर्ड रेड हमारा आएगा, बाद में उसका आएगा, ठीक है ना? केयरफुल रहना. आज यार गज्जी ताकना ಒಳಗಡೆ.
ಈಗ ಬಡಾನ ಅವನು ಇರಲೇ.
ರೈಡರ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇರೋದು ಕಣ, ರೈಡರ್ ಇವನೊಂದೇ ಇರೋದು.
ಈಗ अभी डिसाइड रेड में राइड करो, ठीक है? अभी अपना टीम में 5 जन है ना, 5 में इतना अंदर आके पॉइंट लेना पड़ेगा. वहाँ पर एक
पहला थर्ड रेड हमारा लगेगा.
हाँ ठीक है, उसके बाद
डायरेक्ट मारेगा. कोई प्रेशर नहीं. नो प्रेशर.
A lot of mathematics going on there. Whose third raid will be the first? What the score is at this point? How much is on the clock? My mind's working overtime.
What a game this has been. 3 minutes, you could hear the bell in the background and the signal from the ref as well on the sidelines. And while we see Pardeep Narwal, Ranveer Singh Sehrawat and the Bengaluru Bulls warm up in the sidelines, they're hoping to get their first win. 11 teams have gotten wins. 1 team remains yet to get their first win this season. Maybe, desperately hoping, maybe 5th time lucky as a Bulls fan.
Can you imagine that? 11 teams have a win. And you're right about, the teams being evenly balanced. Very difficult to pull off a touch point when there's 4 or 5 defenders in play, which is the situation with both teams right now. Big raid in the context of the game here. A do-or-die raid for the Puneri Paltan. Akash Shinde with 7 points to his name tonight. Is Mayur Kadam on the mat? No, he isn't. That's decent news for the Bengal Warriors.
Wait. Wait, Bengal. Wait for Akash Shinde to do something. It's rolling down the clock. The longer it goes, the deeper the hole. There you go. The second you take a two-order raid to over 20 seconds, it's harder for the raider to come out with a point.
Look at how Nitesh times his run here. Really, really well done. Nitesh, although he had a horrid start to the game, really coming into his own towards the end of the second half. Mayur Kadam was on the mat. He just walking off the bench.
Look who's in the lead, Rich. Look who's in the lead. Do or die on the other side now. What a time to have the lead. In comes the new kid, Sushil. 32, less than 90 seconds. What a game of Kabaddi.
Yeah, this is why the Bengal Warriors have held on to their review. Really, really good defending from the Puneri Paltan here. Sushil, who's had a fantastic evening. Team management, they're saying it's all right, we can still pull this off. The Puneri Paltan is the team to beat. Even if they manage to hold them to a tie, it'll be fantastic. And look at that. The Bengal Warriors this season have made a habit of close games. A tie versus U Mumbai, 31-31. Their loss was a close one. The win was a close one. This game is as close as it can get. Are the Puneri Paltan saying that we are okay with a tie here? Time out for the Bengal Warriors coach's corner.
नहीं थर्ड रेड आएगा, दो ही रेड है। नो नहीं आएगा। डोंट टेक रिस्क। अरे वो भी रिस्क नहीं ले रहे और उनको रिस्क लेने दो। नहीं ये पॉइंट जरूरी है, 3 पॉइंट जरूरी है, नो प्रॉब्लम। पेशेंस फुल टाइम पास अलर्ट रहो।
Look at that 31 to 40 minute phase, and look at how many the Bengal Warriors have scored, which is why it's 32-all. But did you hear what the coach of the Bengal Warriors said? He said, we are okay with 3 points. We are okay with a tie. We need these 3 points. Let the Puneri Paltan take the risk. We will have only 2 possible raids. We will not have a third raid.
Now, did Pune have 1 raid already? Which means, can they manufacture? Will there be a 2-or-die raid that we get? I don't think so. Right, they've taken the entire time. Now we're down to less than 30 seconds. 32. Oh, it looks like they're okay with an empty raid. This could be the final raid. Are Pune also settling for a tie? It's unlike them, dare I say.
No, there's 1 more raid to go. Hang on, what's going on here? Have the Bengal Warriors miscalculated this? Padamjit Sherawat is standing at the door of the commentary box and grinning away at me. Don't, Daddy, don't grin at me. It's a tie! It's a tie! The Bengal Warriors will take it! Fazal Atrachali will take it! They've held the defending champions, the Puneri Paltan, to a tie, man, Navneet, and they were not going to tie this game.
Yeah, but you have to give it to the Bengal Warriors. For a team that were trailing all along, they made a comeback just when they needed to, and they've tied with the defending champions. For me, I think Bengal Warriors will walk back the happier of the 2 sides. This tie is celebrated by Sriram Finance, it's celebrated by the Bengal Warriors and Puneri Paltan too.
This is the tie Fazal Atrachali will wear to the party that the Bengal Warriors throw for him because he's gone to 500 points. Padamjit Sherawat is in the commentary box. He had said that Aslam Inamdar would be the 500th point for the Bengal Warriors. I had said it would be Mohit Goyal, and it was Mohit Goyal.
We caught that on national television. Padamjit Sherawat, he doesn't have to justify too much. Brijesh Hirji, please report to duty right after this. We'll come back to that. That's for another day. But hats off to Sushil Kambrekar. A Super 10, a great performance to bring the Bengal Warriors in this game.